There's a goal! Can you believe it? It's extraordinary.
Adelaide on their third. Tex Walker's our guest. Eddie was brilliant in his 300th last week, and a few people are starting to get their mojo back.
They certainly are, and no more than big Tex Walker. There were question marks whether he or Josh Jenkins should be dropped a couple of weeks ago. Unfortunately, it was Josh Jenkins who missed out, but as all good players do, when they're under serious pressure, they generally stand up and play some good footy. I thought the Crows bounced back really well.
Tex and Ellie, congratulations. A bit of a surprise wedding, Tex, isn't it?
It was a little surprise home. Magnificent day. We went up to have lunch with, what was there, 30? I think it was about 30 people. We went up and had lunch, and we got married up there, and then we ventured back down the hill and kicked on.
What day was that?
It was in March. No, it was March 10, I think. Or
when
2
you
weeks
speaking
before.
about it, I don't know it was in March. You're going to have to get it right for the anniversary. You've got to get it broadly right, but from Ellie's point of view, probably on the day.
Oh, Ellie would know, so that's the main thing.
And you had a birthday during the week?
I did, yeah. I'm born on Anzac Day, so...
Wow.
29.
Feeling old or feeling good?
No, I'm feeling good. Feeling really good. Birthdays are just another day home.
But body's good, though.
Body's really good, yeah. I was able to do a fair bit of pre-season, and obviously a bit different to last year, so enables you to play some good footy, and Crows are starting to hit a bit of form.
Good last night, Coons, against a side that was sitting on top of the table coming in.
Spot on, Hamish. So we're very, very good. Back to their best, the Adelaide Crows. Jack Stephen got them off to a flyer, kicking the Saints' second goal. It was 9 shots from 12 inside 50s in the first quarter from the Saints for 3 goals, 6. So again, I keep talking about inaccuracy in front of goals. Hugh Greenwood kicked a nice goal. He had 5 clearances for the day. Big Tex, he's the man. Look at him, back to his best here. Always good to kick 4 goals when you got some TV stuff on the next day. So Matty Parker, he's a walking, talking highlights package. He was terrific on the night. Half-time, it was 6 points to the Crows. I mentioned Matty Parker. 5 goals in the third quarter. That's when they kicked away. 13-point lead at halftime. Elliot Himmelberg is an interesting one. I will talk to Tex a little bit more about him. Took Josh Jenkins' spot, and I thought he was terrific. 11 points at three-quarter time, but it was all the Crows. They kicked 5 goals in the final quarter to run away with the game. The 3 things I learned, it was the best ball movement by the Adelaide Crows for the year. They're back. Their bounce-off half-back was terrific. The second thing I learned, this is hard to say, Crows crouch controls clearance count. That's a alliteration for you. I don't know what, that was my idea to say that as well. Crows crouch controls clearance count. Brad Crouch had 11 clearances, he was bloody good. Anyway, third point, finally the forwards fire, led by our man Tex. 4 goals.
We're in the 3F too, finally forwards fire.
Yeah, that was my idea as well. What am I thinking? Here he is back to his best. Tex, it's been a slow start for the forwards this year, it must be said, but I mentioned your 4 goals and the pressure around the footy. Himmelberg was great. Looked like you were working really well together as a group. Yeah,
obviously we didn't click early on in the year, and I think we just had to go back to our contested way, and that's the way we like to go off turnovers. So we got beaten quite convincingly against Geelong, Hawthorn in the contested side, and if you don't win the footy, you just can't move the ball. So the last couple of weeks we've been able to resurrect the contested side of our game, and gives us a chance to move the ball.
Yeah, big Tex. Obviously been some external pressure around the team and yourself. Would have been nice to answer some critics last night and ram it down their throat.
Just don't listen to them, Griggy, do you?
That's right, mate.
No, everyone's got entitled to their opinion, mate. But I've got to listen to Pikey and Benny Hart, my 2 coaches, and if we can do that, then obviously we've started to turn our season around a little bit. Slow start, but yeah, I'm quite comfortable with where we're at now.
Just from an Adelaide perspective, Adelaide boy, there are 2 teams. and it is 90% of the airwaves. And one team is always going slightly better than the other, so the media goes negative on the side that's not. How do you avoid it?
Just don't read the papers or watch TV.
Is that
really.
right? Literally.
Yeah, you try to, but then I was actually down at golf the other day and I was about to have it hit on the driving range before playing, and a bloke said to me, "Have you heard what's been said around town?" And I said, "No, I don't really care, to be honest." But he went on to tell me. He went on to tell me I was there for about 10 minutes listening, and he did not miss. He didn't miss the forwards, didn't miss the backs, and didn't miss the mids. So I should have just said yes. So he would have. He didn't tell me. But,
Yeah, I've read it all time about it. Let's talk about Himmelberg, because obviously came in last week and good game against the Suns, and then this week again, prolific. So, Aaron, do you want to tell us a little bit about him?
What's his nickname? The Big Easy?
The Big Easy. I don't know. I don't know why it's the Big Easy, but he's he's forward patterns up front are really good. He reads the game really well, competes really well, and just really clean and got good skills. So
gets pretty excited too.
He's pretty laid back, easy. But I think his ruck work as well, him and Riley O'Brien are really giving us a good look through the midfield, and he's been able to hit the scoreboard as well.
Josh Jenkins kicked 3 in the SNFL yesterday. It was filthy that he missed out a couple of weeks ago. Is it going to be hard for him to get back in the side with Himmelberg playing so well? Yeah,
I think so, but I also like to think that JJ can fit into our forward line with Easy playing as well. So Josh being able to go back and play some good footy is great for him, and hopefully over the next couple of weeks we can get him back in the team.
I mentioned your ball movement was back to its best last night, but it has been an issue for the best part of 12 months now. Scoring has really dropped off. Have you put your finger on it? I mentioned that it looked a lot sharper last night. Are you trying to take more risk out of the back half now to get the ball going forward as quickly as possible?
I think that's just the way the game's going. Back 3 or 4 years ago, teams were just opening teams, and it was just a bit of a shootout, but now it's the 6-6-6, making it a lot more contested, and you've got 12 players inside the forward 50 more often than not. So I think, you've seen a lot of games this year are low scoring, so I think we're probably victim of that as well.
Alex Keith has become a gun, hasn't he? You've had issues with defenders disappearing and doing their knees, and he's just stepped up and
I've got to play on Keithy most of this pre-season, and to see him develop over the last 3 or 4 years has been outstanding. He's just aggressive, reads the ball really well, and beautiful skills. Backs himself in overhead, and he's been awesome for us this year. And if you probably did the BNF right now, I reckon he'd be winning it.
Yeah, right.
His composure with the ball has come a long way too, hasn't it? He's just safe with the ball in hand and just uses the easy option, get the ball going.
We like defenders that just use the easy option, Tyson. So he's been awesome, as I said, and the boys down back are starting to really gel together and protect each other to be able to mark the ball, which is one of their strengths with Hardo and Tails as well.
Jack Loney, disappointment for the Saints. They've got a long injury list already, Coons. Kathleen will update us, but not ideal. Have a look at the length of this now.
Yeah, that was an unfortunate incident with Jack Loney last night. Just got pushed from Rory Laird as he was taking the mark and came down, just landed and hyperextended the knee. So hopefully it's not too long, but they can be the ACL can snap in that movement. So I'll let Kathleen obviously diagnose that one herself. I'm no doctor, but unfortunate for Jack Loney.
Tex, Matty Parker, from the Saints' perspective, you talk about players that get their opportunity and really relish it.
Yeah.
South Fremantle a couple of years, but 2.5 years ago, he was playing in the amateurs in the C grade.
It's amazing, yeah. He was pretty good last night as well. Took a couple of speckies on Lairdy, which we'll make sure we let him know about that. And he's just ability to finish goals, like he's got that real X factor about him, and we certainly spoke about him pre-game to close him out. But it's amazing when people get opportunities at what they do. And
just talking of Eddie, we're talking about Monday's 300th. Go back a week. You had a good view of one of the best goals that Oval has ever seen, and he's kicked probably the best 5 or 6.
Pre-game, when there's a milestone game, we get our analysts to do a bit of a package, and whoever's the milestone, and Eddie's went for about 10 minutes, and I literally could have got popcorn and ate.
Look at you, you're right there too.
just let him go. He's amazing.
You were trying to stop them from going to him. Just let him have the moment.
Bit of a security guard. Don't let the boys in. But he's just special. And then to go on field, he's even better. He's an amazing person, and we've been so lucky to have him at our footy club.
Just quickly, you did an interview at halftime. There was chat during the week about Luke Hodge, and Angus Brayshaw's been doing some great stuff. The media want great access, and then when players give it and the results go the wrong way, it's because of the interview. You were great last night. You got no problem with it?
Nah, it's quite easy. I actually forgot about it. Lucky Dale grabbed me, otherwise I would have walked straight off. I totally forgot about it, but I quite enjoyed Hodgie and Damien Barrett going at it. I tuned into Triple M and thought it was great that Hodgie called him out.
I haven't heard the word knob for a while. It's irrelevant. You're staying with it. Sunday score, why the Pies should lose 5 flags. This is not my view, it's just Danny's. Kathleen's injury report still to come. And best off ground, the Tigers have been winning on the field, and by the looks of it, they've had a nice win in a quaddie somewhere. Nathan Broad involved, that was the last leg. Bang, nothing better than getting the last leg. This is Riley Knight and Brodie Smith. This is the new Crows Club song. They're on the golf course. Let's have a listen. It's not bad, is it?
They're
too much time.
Oh, they're bone. I was actually in the car videoing those two knuckleheads, knobs.
Let's bring Knob back. Right, time for the Sunday score. So you've got your little, what are these things called? Whiteboards?
It's a junior whiteboard.
Okay, so the best rivalry to watch, is it the showdown, the derby, Collingwood versus Essendon, or Hawthorn Geelong?
Do you want to be biased here?
Well, you're the best to play in and watch, I guess.
Yeah, I love playing.
You just got to peel off those that don't make it.
Oh, that don't make it?
Yeah, see, I'll help you.
I've got mine in order.
Yeah, we're in order.
No, we've rated them. We've gone from top to bottom.
We've gone from 1 to 4 here.
I didn't know that.
Tex,
Okay.
Can I read
Tex didn't get the memo. See, I'm an experienced Anzac Day
You played one, couldn't remember it, yeah.
So I've put that at number 1. I've gone the showdown 2 because I'm a loyal South Australian. 3 Hawks and Cats, and 4 the Derby is
Hasn't
last
captured
because too far away.
Okay.
I've gone the
reverse.
Yeah. So I love a derby and a showdown. You know, I love the crosstown rivals.
Okay.
And then, I mean, Collingwood Essendon, it's a massive day of respect, and you know the Anzac Day's a classic. I don't know if the rivalry's really there as much as we say.
Grigger's going local, and so are you, Tex, aren't you?
No, I'm going. Yeah, local, Crows. I'll turn that around.
This is
well-oiled machine, this one.
not going as well as we'd hoped, to be honest with it. The Jack Revolt chicken tackle. Question is, did he go too far, or did he get it perfect?
Right, I'll start this one. I think he just held it there for long enough to be okay. So I don't know if I'm supposed to say yes or no. No, he's not in trouble.
Yeah. I've got no, I reckon it's
no
okay.
problem.
Just make sure he got the free.
I got the dollar signs. I like to see him get fined. Bit of money out of the big dollar.
Your nose all okay, right?
Yeah, I reckon he's okay.
Okay, Tex, now we've got some options here. Is it a free kick to Tex, against Tex for diving, or for holding the ball? All right. So I'm looking forward to Tex. Right, let's go, Kearns.
Play on.
I got a free 4 and then a fine for the dive.
So a free 4 being dragged off the footy, then the dive.
Yeah, I'll go and play on for me.
Look at this one. You'll
Free
like
to
this.
Tex.
Free to me.
Come on,
Would you pay the fine to get a free? Or?
Nah.
It's such a bad segment. We're going to take a break. Just a reminder, Kathleen, some big injuries to diagnose the Saints, the Bombers, the Tigers and the D's. Quick hands with Tex and for Victorian viewers, the VFL, and then plenty of AFL footy around the country. Time for some quick hands. 2 minutes left in the show, Tex. Is it true you feed your dogs at home cooked food?
Yes, my beautiful wife cooks them food every Sunday, and they get a good feed throughout the week.
Bang.
Tex, is it true you have a lifelong ambition to appear on Home and Away? And if so, what character?
Yes, I do. I love Home and Away, Griggy, and I'd love to go on Home and Away
as yourself
after footy. No, I'd like to be a character like maybe Alf's son or something.
There we go.
Oh, here we go.
Alf's son.
Have a look at
Dad.
the denim on it.
I don't actually want to ask this. I don't want to know the answer. But is it true you like to eat on the toilet? And what is your choice of meal?
I don't eat on the toilet. When I used to live with Bernie, I used to sit on the toilet and leave the door open so I could talk to him.
You get yourself a bit worked up on the golf course. You've thrown not one but 2 clubs into trees. True or false?
Where'd you get that from?
I never reveal my sources.
Yeah,
Tom Brown.
I played a game a couple of weeks ago and got a bit angry and threw a club, and I thought I'd catch it, but it just didn't come back down. So I thought I'll throw my other club to knock it down. That got caught. So I had to ask the next group coming through to knock them down. So within 2 shots, this bloke threw his club, knocked one, threw the next club, knocked mine down. So I didn't have to tell the clubhouse. Well, now I am.
Very good.
Good outcome. Last one from me. Adam is not going to cut his hair for the rest of the year. You are a mullet specialist. What will it look like at the end? We only got 20 seconds, but please, give us something.
Well, it's pretty curly at the moment.
Thank you.
I reckon there'll be a few knots by the end of the year that your wife will have to probably cut out, if not brush out. But
I think what he's saying is
best.
it will look amazing. I think that's
that was my takeaway. Amazing.
Yeah.
Hey, Tex, thanks for coming on. Great to see you. Thanks, Trevor. Good luck coming back. Thank you, Tyson. Good luck with the mullet. Kathleen, as always, great to see you. Hope you enjoyed the show. See you soon. Bye for now.